Welcome to the Metals Investment Forum. It's my pleasure to introduce the highest grade lithium brine going to be producer. Right now, they're getting into production in 12 months. Here we have Rob Gamley. Welcome, Rob.
Thanks, Chen. Appreciate it.
So your first time to the Metals Investment Forum, so you seem to have a fantastic idea. I mean, a story, everybody coming to you. So maybe you can tell us what you have.
Yeah, no, it's been a great experience, and thanks so much for bringing us here, Chen. Look, EMP Metals, of course, we're focused on direct lithium extraction here in southeastern Saskatchewan. We have as you mentioned in the outset, the highest lithium and brine concentrations in Canada to date. We've got a great land package for us to explore and develop. We're looking for a quick to production scenario. We've got our highest concentration up to 259 milligrams per liter, which is sort of 2 to 3 times higher than other concentrations and high concentrations that we've seen in Western Canada. And again, our focus is really a little more targeted approach as we have a high value density and tonnage is getting into production. And proving out the commercial viability of our project.
Oh, excellent. So you plan to start pilot production early next year?
That's what we're targeting. Right now, we have engaged Sproule for a preliminary economic assessment, or PEA. We are drilling another well at our Viewfield location, which is where we had the highest grade hit. And we should have that PEA out in mid-August, which will allow us to take the next step towards a pilot plant, hopefully early in 2024 with some pilot level production.
Wow, excellent. So grade is the king. Always, I mean, especially lithium price so volatile. So can you tell us your advantage versus other company with lithium grade, maybe a third or quarter of yours?
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I mean, that all factors into the economics and the project economics. It effectively means that you'd have to move less amount of water in order to get that same tonnage of lithium. As compared to another project, and just loosely using figures, you'd maybe have to pump a third of the amount of water of somebody that would have a lower concentration, say in the 50 to 75 milligrams per liter, compared to our sort of average where we had 200 milligrams per liter.
Oh, excellent. So at current lithium price, where is economic grade of the lithium brine? A lot of people worry about lithium flooding the market, but the price is coming down. Actually, it's good for you because all these lower grade, they just will have a problem getting financed.
Yeah, I mean, you really hit upon it earlier with the grade. To be a low cost producer, especially in those types of pricing environments. For direct lithium extraction, a lot of the DLE providers that we've talked to seem to be applying, a 50 milligram per liter cutoff, or higher. Really would be obviously better. They can get decent recoveries at lower concentrations, but there's diminishing returns on that. So definitely that's where the grade really comes in, and you want to, it's especially in a declining price environment.
Okay, excellent. So you just published 43101 recently, right? Can you tell us how many tons of lithium you have? Maybe roughly the current Intuit value, so to get people compare with your market cap.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to whip out my calculator a little bit first, but we have just over 1 million tons of lithium carbonate equivalent. Again, it's not the largest number, but sizes and everything. We're talking about a targeted approach and value of density in the ground, and not a lot to get that lithium, a sizable resource out. On average, we were showing about 15,000 tons per section, in our land package of lithium carbonate. So call it even a $20,000 lithium carbonate price, you could multiply 15,000 by 20,000, and you're obviously getting a large number.
That's assuming, you got all the lithium
Yeah,
extracted.
and that's a gross number.
Right, gross number. You have to come to gross profit margin, and lithium price may, fluctuate. So,
but that's where we're looking forward again to having that preliminary economic assessment out, because it will have some of those price sensitivities in it, and that will be a good guide.
Well, excellent. A shareholder looking forward to that report. Can you tell us when that will come out and people should pay attention to?
Yes, we're looking for that assessment in mid-August.
Mid-August.
Mid-August. Okay. So I'd say mid-August to early fall. Without having a fully concrete date, but definitely in Q3 of 2023.
Yeah, you get a PEA coming out.
Yeah,
and then with the PEA, you can start working on the pilot. Do you need other permit before getting to production?
We would probably need some other permitting, but that's the advantage of being in Saskatchewan. The government is highly supportive of this emerging commodity. There's a quick turnaround time and a regulatory framework in place to allow for quick turnaround time for permitting. There's not issues there with getting drill permits or water disposal. So we wouldn't anticipate any delays in regards to permitting.
Wow, excellent. Now in the United States, sometimes it takes a few years to get to, you can be done in a few months.
Yeah, no, I mean, Saskatchewan is open for business. You can't ask for a better place to be. It's ranked second in the world, first in Canada for investment attractiveness index, according to the Fraser Institute. So they're actively out promoting this industry as well as oil and gas and mining.
Well, great. I couldn't wait until you start extracting lithium. Can you tell us your experience and your team's experience? The background that the investor knows, you can deliver.
Yeah, no, thanks, Chen. It's certainly a salient point. The people on the ground and the team behind it is certainly what you need in order to advance projects. In my experience, I've been in the capital markets for over a decade, doing corporate finance, helping raise money for companies. So you need that seasoned capital markets team, but what you really need is the project technical team to advance the project and have all those different industry relationships. And our joint venture partner, ROK Resources, brings a lot of that to the table. We're very pleased to be working with ROK. They have been working in Saskatchewan for over 30 years. They run the gamut on drilling, operations, land acquisition. So what you have with them is a proven, economically driven technical team. And I think that's really is a key differentiator for us, is our company as a whole is economically driven.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So yeah, you are relatively unknown. I mean, not a lot of people know you. Yeah. And then you are so close to production and at the highest grade. Yeah. Brian, it's something amazing. Frankly, I can tell you a true story. I was dying just a few weeks ago. I was back visiting in China, visiting a few mining executives. One of it, the Zijin executive, they heard of your project. They heard of it, yeah. But a lot of investors don't. So you feel, for the new investors, go to your website. Can you tell them how to contact you for more information?
Yeah, no, I'd love if investors can come to www.empmetals.com. There's a full investor presentation there, as well as an ability to sign up for industry updates and our news. We're entering a pivotal stage and a stage of heavy news flow and steady news flow. So I think it's a great time to look at the company.
Okay, great. Thank you. Welcome, Rob.
Thanks very much, Chen. Appreciate it.